Chapter 17. Case 1. You can't keep any of the toys *near-death experiencer alone. Anava, I felt like trillions of billions of gigabytes of information were being downloaded to me. Imagine a computer, imagine a laptop, a little piece of metal that is worth $100. It's nothing. It's a piece of metal. You just take a wire, connect the laptop to the wire. Connect the wire to the wall. And within a split second, this little piece of metal that is worthless has access to all the information in the world using the internet. With one press of a button, any type of search you make on that little piece of metal, that computer has access to any type of information. I felt like I'm this little entity being connected to the main mother source of information. I can't even say internet, but the main source of information. It's as if an endless amount of information is being downloaded to me simultaneously. This is what it was. I was able to see God's wisdom and derive pleasure. There's no words to describe that pleasure. I get lots of questions like, what did you see? What do you mean you saw God's wisdom? What are the secrets of the universe? There are really no words to describe it. It's understanding something that is beyond what our mind can understand. Our mind has limits. This is limitless. Something limited cannot understand something limitless. This whole process, the downloading of the information, nothing stayed. I wasn't able, I didn't have the ability to hold it, I didn't have the ability to sustain it. It just washed me. I didn't have the vessel to actually hold that information. As it was going, as pleasurable as it was, there was also a tremendous feeling of the opposite of pleasure, that I can't hold it, that I can't sustain it, that I can't grasp it and keep it. It says in many sources that our acts in this world create a spiritual vessel, that when our soul leaves the body, it has the tool to actually hold that godly life, to hold that godly revelation, to be able to hold that godly wisdom. I wasn't able to hold it. I was able to see it. I was able to enjoy it. But I wasn't able to hold it. So simultaneously it was a tremendous feeling of pleasure, and at the same time this very strong feeling of the opposite of pleasure. I really don't know how to define it. It wasn't really sorrow. It was a feeling that I can't keep it. Almost like taking a little kid to a toy store and letting him run there, and at the end of it, telling him, okay, now we have to go home and you can't keep any of the toys. You have to leave all the toys here. Now it's time to go home. Case 2. I thought I was going to be a saint near-death experiencer. Howard Storm. After my near-death experience, I wrongly assumed that I was going to be a saint. That I would not have a temper, anger, or lust, or make mistakes at all. That somehow, I had been elevated to this superior person. To my horror, I found out that wasn't the case at all. I was a raging fanatic. I drove my wife and my 2 teenage children very far away from me by being so obnoxious about their conversion. Case 3. Enlightenment is a fantasy near-death experiencer. Barbara Harris Whitfield. I've been on this journey for 40 years. I had my NDE in 1975. I see the NDE as the beginning, and this journey is an adventure that never ends. Enlightenment is a fantasy. As soon as someone announces they are enlightened, they fall, because the label energizes the ego. Case 4. Egotism is a huge problem. Near-death experiencer. Howard Storm. I want to be a common man. I don't want to pretend to be a saint. My aspiration is to be authentic, and I find that to be a real struggle. One of the things that I think is a huge problem with near-death experiences, and I include myself in that category, is egotism. I've been turned off by some near-death experiences because I found that their ego was getting in the way of their truth and their authenticity. Soulmate. This is a part of Zindagi Ki Roshni consultancy. It has been established for those who have lost someone and for those who are very sad in their life. About 100 PDF books and 20 short audio books of this topic will be sent to those who join it. This data will be sent to their email or WhatsApp. If you want to join this organization, then please send WhatsApp message to this number.